Welcome to the channel, guys. What a week to look forward to. So next week we're anticipating a rate cut of either 50 basis points or 25 basis points. But this can be also very alarming for us. Why? It can be a great thing for the market where the market skyrocket, or either it can tank the market. So let's look at history. What happened previously with the last time we got an interest rate cut, and what does it mean for the market, and how can we use this as a takeaway? But before we do so, guys, please, to help this channel out, please like and subscribe and share and comment. How can I help you guys to create better wealth and better health for your family? Again, welcome to the channel. So let's get right into it, guys. So this week we're looking at a rate cut from the Federal Reserve, and what we're currently looking for is 50 basis points, because last week stock staged a strong comeback this week as sentiment shifted around recent inflation data and how aggressive will the Federal Reserve be at the next FOMC meeting, which is the next FOMC meeting will be host on September 17 through September 18, which is next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll be hearing from Jerome Powell. And at the end of this meeting, at the beginning of this meeting, at the middle of this meeting, the Fed will have to answer what they will be cutting by 50 or 25 basis points. But it can be good news, and it can also be bad news, because CPI data has been coming down at where we want it to be, and also PPI information is coming down, showing us that there's not so much of a strong inflation prior to last year and a year before that we were experiencing. But with that said, guys, this week also we're looking for consumer sales. We're going to get a few information from consumer sales this week, and with that news, retail sales will support if inflation is cooling down, or how high or how low the Fed will cut their interest rate. Again, so let's go over to history, because history is proven itself. It happened before, it can happen again. So the last time we got an interest rate cut was back in 2002. The last time that happened was back again in 2002. Rates slashed to near 0% at the start of the pandemic. The Fed fund rate lower by 50 basis points. Again, we're looking for this week 50 to 25 basis points. And if we get this, guys, it can be good for the market and bad for the market. But back in 2002, guys, we're looking at 22 years ago when this happened. It was a distress for the market because it signaled a recession. But let's get a closer look at what happened to Nasdaq when we got that 50 basis point interest rate cut. Again, I'm not saying this can happen this week. If we do get a 50 basis point, the market can skyrocket, the market can even pull back. But let's look what happened prior to this, 22 years ago. So looking at March 3rd, 2000, as you can see, market is high. Nasdaq was trading at highest level since the market opened, and gradually pulling back. 2001, we're still trading at higher than previous close, higher than previous open. And look what happened 2002, guys. We're approaching 1 year after, March 2002. Look what happened. We dipped. We dipped, guys. We took a fall. Why? Because I'm not sure if Jerome Powell was the Federal Reserve chairperson at that time, but whosoever was, they took a stand to cut to 0%, and they cut it by 50 basis points. And that's what happened right here. Before 2000, we were trading March, and then when we came back 1 year after, guys, we were trading way below. So we peaked at Nasdaq at $4,814. In 2000, interest rate got cut. We significantly dropped, guys. As you can see, peaked all the way up here at 4,000, and then we significantly dropped into 1,000. So again, it's 22 years forward, 22 years back. So looking at it at the both opposite side, guys, it can be good for the market and it can be bad for the market. So how do we prepare ourselves for this? For our long-term investors, I can say we hold strong and stay tuned to whatever news we get in the market. But also for the short-term investors, we hold our cash and wait for a reaction in the market. Wait for a perfect time, and not perfect, because there's not such a thing as perfect time in the market. That's only inside traders. So we wait, and when direction is in our favor, we take advantage of it. So with Jerome Powell looming around for next week, that's the best thing. The best thing could happen to the market is interest rate cut. Why? Because money is going to be more affordable. I doubt we're going to have a pullback in the market. It depends on how aggressive Jerome Powell decide to cut interest rate with the federal with the Bank of America, with the central bank. So it depends on what they do. Then we will get that. We will obtain that from them, and then we can move forward with that. But on Monday, September 16, we're getting the New York State Federal Empire State Manufacturing. That's the only news. And on Tuesday, September, we're looking for retail sales. Retail sales, cut, businesses, investor capitalization. We're looking for all of these news will be released. And then Wednesday, building permits, crude oil, and the FOMC meeting rate decision, housing start, and mortgage application index, and so much more. So next week is full of data, but on Friday we'll get a break where we won't see any information in regards to Federal Reserve data. So that's one thing we can look forward to. And we all know what happened on Friday. The market tends to pull back. So with good news looming around, I'm pretty sure this week the market is going to be rocketing, making new highs until Jerome Powell say, or we can continue to go sideways. As you can see from previous NASDAQ from the last 180 days, guys. Let's look at the last 5 days. We have been making new highs. So we sold off, got rejected, pushed up, consolidated a little, pushed up, consolidated, and keep on making new high. And tomorrow it wouldn't come to me as a surprise if Nasdaq continues to move forward. Why? Because nothing other than interest rate cut. With this interest rate cut, money will be more affordable to borrow, and loans will be more affordable to obtain next week with this cut. So the Fed next move is still an open question. Why is it an open question? Because we don't know what Jerome Powell will do. And this will determine how the market reacts. So I just want to bring you that update, guys, and some of the stocks that I'm watching for next week. If we shall get an interest rate cut and the percentage, I think these stocks will benefit tremendous from it. And nothing other than, I'm going to stress this over and over, Google. I think Google will benefit tremendously from this. Also, I think Home Depot will benefit tremendously from this. Amazon will benefit tremendously from this. These are just some of the stocks that I see that with more money on the table, they can move aggressively. And also, Walmart has been killing it nonstop, everyday new highs. I think all of these companies can benefit tremendously from this. Why? Because with more money in your pocket, guys, people are going to purchasing more food. They're going to be buying more home equipment. Like all of these places, all of these companies are going to get a huge turnover from it because of the affordability of borrowing power. And also, Kava is one stock that I have been watching and it has been doing great, guys. From previous support that I drew right here, found support, pushed up, found support, and now pushed up again. But don't forget our best friend right here. Still in rejection phase. Once we touch our simple moving exponential line, I think we shall get a bounce from here. And we all know Warren Buffett stock always move in the right direction. We're only upwards. So guys, please, until then, Please like, subscribe, and let me know how can I help you. I will be posting all of these updates next week, coming leading up until this rate decision, and how can we turn this money around, the hard-working money that we earn, guys, put it in the market, and how can we make the best use of it. Until then, like, subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. Let me know in the comments how can I help. Until then, stay tuned.